Hello guys, a very warm welcome back to our channel. In previous video, we have discussed about the leaf part. In this video, we are going to discuss about the flower part. So guys, let us have a look here. So flower is a reproductive organ which consists of 4 whorls. Whorls is nothing but the parts. So guys, have a look here. Sepal is a one part and here the petal is another part and third whorl is stamens and fourth carpel. So these are the 4 parts which is also called as, where the sepal is also called as calyx and petal is also called as corolla and stamens is also called as androecium. A group of carpels is said to be a gynoecium. So these are the 4 parts. So these 4 parts are present in a placed on a swollen end of a stack, which is nothing but this part here. This stack or pedicel, which is also called as thalamus. So these 4 parts are present on the swollen end, which is nothing but a thalamus. In this thalamus, it also called as receptacle. Here it is. So guys, these are the basic parts of a flower. But whereas in some lily, calyx and corolla are not distinct. What it means? Distinct means which are not present individually. So how it present? So these corolla and calyx are merged to form a periantha. So actually in some lily, whereas this petal part and this sepal part, which cannot observe like a individual, like whereas present like this na. So in this pic it is present as individual. But whereas in lily it is present not like that. So these two are merged, this one, this part and this part, so together called a perianth. Perianth, what is meant by perianth? Perianth is just a cover or protective layer to the reproductive part. So this is the reproductive part, which is nothing but a carpel. So carpel is made up of stigma, style and ovary. These 3 together form a carpel. So this is the carpel is a female gamete, which is a gynoecium. So guys, so firstly, what a flower, when a flower consists of only stamens, either only carpel, is said to be an unisexual flower. So a flower can be unisexual as well as bisexual. How can we say a flower can be unisexual as well as bisexual? So guys, when a flower consists of only either stamens or only either carpels, said to be an unisexual. Try to understand. So what is meant by bisexual? If both stamen as well as carpels are present in the same flower, like these two are present like in this pic, so it is said to be a bisexual flower. So it is a bisexual flower. So this is about the flower, general topic of a flower. Basically guys, in symmetry, the flowers may be actinomorphic or zygomorphic. Actinomorphic is nothing but a radial symmetry, whereas flowers can be divided into 2 equal halves along any plane. So guys, have a look in this pic. In this pic, you may observe, you can cut in any direction. It will show like this or like this or anyway. You can observe at 2 halves, same equal halves. So it is said to be an actinomorphic flower. So in this zygomorphic flower, it is a bilateral symmetry. So divide into 2 equal halves only by a medial cut through the central axis. So have a look here, observe here. It cannot be you cannot cut like this or like this, because it cannot be the equal half. So this is about the symmetry part of a flower. So once have a look here, actinomorphic, it can be 2 equal halves in any plane passes through its center, whereas in zygomorphic only through center it can be 2 halves, whereas asymmetrical, in this pic you cannot observe at 2 equal halves if it cuts. So it is about asymmetry. So this is all about regarding to symmetry of a flower. So guys, based on the position of the ovary, so they have differentiated, the flower has differentiated into hypogynous and perigynous and epigynous. So guys, basically the difference between these three are only one point. Based on that, it has differentiated like this. So based on the ovary, so basically in hypogynous, the ovary at the highest position. So have a look here, it is the ovary part, which is also called as gynoecium part. So basically gynoecium consists of a stigma, style and ovary. This together form as carpel, which is nothing but a female gamete. So guys, have a look here, the ovary is the highest position compared to this petal and sepal. So whereas in perigynous, the ovary, have a look here, the ovary position, it is just like a rim position, which is at a similar or same in condition so to the petals and sepals. So that's why it is said to be perigynous. So whereas in epigynous, ovary at a least or inferior position ovary. So whereas in other they are like sepals and petals are present in the highest position, then then we can say it is an epigynous flower. So based on that, it can be differentiated into like this. So guys, hope you like the video. In next video we will talk about the parts of flower. So hope you like the video. Please like and do subscribe guys. See you in the next video.